I want to start with how you're doing. The last year has been crazy for all of us. What has pandemic life been like for you?
Pandemic life has been a lot of self-reflection. Uh, just sitting here for the longest time, not leaving my house, unless absolutely necessary. And then after a while, that, started to take its toll and the walls started closing in. And then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna stand in this 8 hour line just to stand in it to see if I can buy some toilet paper because I'm tired of sitting in these walls. But yeah, a lot of self-reflection and what is it that we're going to do? How is it that we're going to move forward from this? What is life really about? Am I doing everything that I should be doing? Um, in terms of my personal life, in terms of my professional life. So you sit back and you reflect on all of that, and then you make your changes. And if you didn't come out of this pandemic, if you don't come out of this pandemic a better person, then you never will be.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So, people feel really strongly about the vaccine one way or the other. Why did you personally decide to get vaccinated?
For a myriad of reasons. I'm 50. I'm African American. I'm a man. I have a pre-existing condition of being a type 2 diabetic. And if you did your research and like I did my due diligence about the disease, the virus, you find out how you learn how it was affecting the black and brown communities at disproportionate rates. And I just wanted to be as healthy as I could be. Was hesitant about taking the vaccine at first, just because of the malfeasance that's gone on throughout history in terms of mass producing vaccines and things like that. And um, but I felt it was something that I needed to do, as well as my mother, who's 67, overweight, smoker, type 2 diabetic, um, and a black woman. Same thing with her. And she did her due diligence and then finally came to her senses and said, you know what, baby, you're right. Let's go get it done. And here we are after getting vaccinated with Moderna, living our post vaccination life, teamed up with Advil and after my shot campaign, and talking about what our life is like post vaccination. After my second vaccination shot, I took a pain reliever, which was Advil, which was a staple in my house growing up and still is. And here we are. The world is opening up to us. I'm able to see family members that I hadn't seen in quite some time, and be in their presence. Other than social distance, we can actually be in each other's presence and hang out in the backyard or cook dinner here in the kitchen and just fellowship and do what we all did prior to this virus hitting us.
You've been really candid over the years about living with diabetes. I'm an asthmatic, which is one of the underlying conditions, of course, that makes COVID really worrisome. And for me, I decided that I was going to choose to get the vaccine as soon as I was eligible because it felt like I could take control of something
Hmm.
after a year of uncertainty. Do you feel the same way about getting vaccinated?
I did, and I do. Yes, yes. It's all about taking control of that and having not just a false sense of security, but having a sense of security is like, okay, well, they say this is what I should do in order to do this. And I don't. All right, well, let me take ownership of that. Let me be proactive and make a choice. And the choice that you made and I made was to get help and to get vaccinated. It's not unlike the choice I made when I found out that I was a type 2 diabetic. I decided that I was going to live with the disease instead of dying from it. And that's where I am. If I can do whatever is within my power and within my means to help me survive, whatever that may be, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of all the factors that I can control and not worry about the ones that I can't.
So you mentioned the hesitancy, which I'm glad you did, because there are so many people in our community who, with very good reason, are hesitant about it. Now that you're on the other side, what do you say to those people, especially to our people?
Do your due diligence. You know, I'm not advocating or saying this is what you should do, this is what you need to do. I'm saying this is what I did because I felt it was best for me. But at least do your due diligence and get the information, um, and not just by word of mouth, not just on the internet or something that you read. Talk to your doctors. You know, get information from the professionals because my doctor friend told me, he's like, Aunt, I'm a surgeon. I can't social distance while in surgery. So I have to get vaccinated. And I had him send all of the information and all the data that he had, and it came from a trusted source. And so that's what I would tell people to do. Become educated. We all have known someone who has either lost someone to COVID or has someone who's been affected by COVID. That says a lot right there, you know. And it's about protecting yourself, protecting your family, and more importantly, protecting the community in which you come from.
So what was your actual experience like of getting the vaccine? Because you went and got it with your mom, which I think is so cool.
Hmm. It was fun, you know. I hate needles, but I had my mother there to hold my hand, and we did it together as a family. You know, that's how we are, and that's how we will always be. And, you know, we ride or die together. And my experience with my mom has been a great experience because now we can go out and we can travel together. Now we can go out and we can hang out together and not be as concerned as we were before.
You mentioned that you've teamed up with Advil for the After My Shot campaign. What are you hoping to accomplish with the campaign?
Just sharing information. I'm hoping that we accomplish uh, people seeing this and realizing that there is life after vaccination. There is a wonderful life that you can live fully after you get vaccinated. You can live it responsibly, but live it. Um, and that's what I hope to accomplish, that people just go out and get the information and see what we're talking about and see how this can help them and help their community and help their family. That's it.
So the CDC recently came out with new guidelines for what vaccinated people can do. And I think that it's the first chance that a lot of people have of realizing what, vaccination allows, aside from the fact that it protects you from severe COVID. But in terms of your lifestyle, what was the one thing that you missed most, that you were most looking forward to being able to do after you got the vaccine?
Outside of hanging with my family, traveling the world. You know, that's what these past 5 or 6 months was supposed to be for me anyway. Traveling the world and playing golf. Um, and that's what I'm looking forward to most.
What's
That
the first destination?
first destination. First destination has already happened. It was the Dominican Republic. 20 of us went down and had our own little private tournament, 36 holes a day. The next place is either the Maldives or Saint Tropez.
You are out here living your best vaccinated life, Anthony Anderson.
Oh, hey, I'm not messing around. I mean, we only got one life to live. Why not live it?
Well, on that note, thank you so much. I agree. Let's get vaccinated and go live it.